I'm putting it on my YouTube because actually people asked to get the recording later. All right. So today just talking about lead gen. And so we actually do use an acronym just to kind of go over kind of like a checklist in our mind, whether it's, every day or every week. So Nathan, I was going to ask you just kind of like what you do. Like, so right now you have a full-time job. So you work in your agent schedule, like around that. Do you like time block like daily or weekly, like kind of your lead gen time, or like, how do you structure that as, an agent? I would say part-time, but I know the reality is you're probably working a lot more than you're probably like a full-time agent, in addition. So.
Well, I mean, I just started a couple months ago, so I haven't really, I'm just starting to kind of get ideas of how to get leads and kind of move forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now I'm just kind of reaching out to more, friends, family and stuff. So I am working with my cousin right now,
Hey.
your house. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so really, I don't block anything off more than just, whenever I think of it right now. So,
Right.
so I mean, I guess once a week, my sister has been kind of helping my dad and I out with, like, if that's postcards or something like that. But I feel like there might be more to it than just sending postcards and hoping someone, calls you. So.
Yeah, totally. And that's like a really, good start. I've definitely sent out postcards myself as well. So yeah, so well done. You're thinking kind of outside the box and also some tried and true methods. So yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So super cool. So we can kind of talk about like our top like 7 that work really well for us. And also the kind of the best thing about this is you don't really find yourself getting burnt out. It really provides balance and fun, and like you're not doing the same thing all the time, and you're not focusing only on postcards, or you're not focusing only on just like your family and they're like, oh my gosh, do they talk about anything other than real estate, or like whatever it is. Like it's not like tunnel vision on 1 or 2 lead source methods, but you still are focused enough that you really, really are working these 7, what we call buckets of leads consistently. And that consistency does pay off. So, the L, so long-term relationships. So that's definitely like, what you're talking about, your friends, your family, your sphere of influence. That is, they're kind of in it for the long haul. They're your fans, they're your people that are on your social media. They're people you know personally, or maybe even acquaintances that you've added onto social media. So this is essentially working your sphere as you know it. Kind of a key to working your sphere is not only consistently getting in front of them. I don't know if you were on were either of you on the Mastermind with Sean Cochran, the cowboy realtor? Okay. So he's a TikTok, like he has like 50,000 TikTok followers, gets a lot of business that way. And he's in Chicago, Illinois, and he's very funny. And he says, inundate your friends and family sphere on your social media with, your real estate activity, selfies, video, all the things. He said, they choose me not because I'm a better real estate agent than the rest, but because I'm in front of them. So he makes sure he's in front of them. So when they think real estate, they obviously think of him. And so that's kind of the idea. So always being in front of them. And something that I've developed, but Mike, my husband, is naturally really good at, and it works exceptionally well with getting new clients. And I'm talking about like all the time, is he will, anytime he connects with someone, he likes them. It's a barista. It could be someone he's playing pickleball with. We literally are about to list some pickleball people's house, like in the next, they just called us this morning, they're, next couple of weeks. Wherever he connects with somebody literally on the street, he'll be like, oh my gosh, like, can I add you on Facebook? Like, I'm an agent. Like, he'll mention like whatever they do, they're in construction or whatever, like, let's connect. Like he adds them right there in front of them, and they accept it, and boom, he just expanded his sphere in like a really like cool connection way, like right then and there. So he does that like every day, and I've learned how to as well. And it pays off really well. So not only trying to expand your sphere a little bit every day, but just really staying in front of them. So it sounds like, Nathan, you're already doing that. Erica, you are like, you came into the industry kind of more private on social media. And so, you are already like doing so well, sent out referrals just from your social media very recently. So it definitely works. And then the next part, it kind of ties in, that E is for enjoy. It ties into it because you like this life, like we only get one, right? Like we don't want to be spending our whole life, our working, being an agent, like we're becoming agents for money, for freedom, for all of the reasons that we might want to be an agent. And we don't want to hate what we're doing. We want to enjoy it. So like, blocking out time out of your week, or once, you have more hours in the day available for real estate in your day, maybe, and find areas that you really enjoy, that you can also be meeting people all the time. So, mine would be, I have a few different running groups. I'm a member of a gym. I do like stuff with the kids school, like, stuff like that. Mike is pickleball and golf and the gym. And so those things, you take time out of your day to do it. You invite other people, your friends, you can invite your spirit, kind of overlaps with the long-term relationship a little bit. And you go out and you do these things and you meet the people, and you do intentionally, like you do it with the intent to keep an eye out, to maybe connect with somebody new, add them to your sphere, add them to your social, whatever. So you're intentional about it. You're not just doing it and minding your own business, but you're living your life. You're enjoying it. You're doing what you like to do. You're having that freedom, but you're going to be intentional about like meeting people and wearing your real estate clothes so they know you're an agent, and handing out your card and adding them. So if you're intentional with it, growing your sphere and doing what you enjoy, like that's kind of a win across the board. And it literally will get you clients. Like I said, we're literally listing Mike's pickleball friends. We've had multiple clients from his basketball team that he's in. I went to the Chase Bank and connected with the banker, and then Mike ended up seeing him at the gym and recognizing him from the bank. And then we did 2 transactions with them. Like if you connect with someone, keep that connection alive somehow. So anyways, so enjoy. The next one would be, so allies.
Jordan, we can't see, at least I can't, the acronym at all. All I see is like part of your slide and like the outline of your screen.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let me see. It's probably because I hit record. All right, so give me a second. Screen sharing is paused, so let's share it again. All right, so I'm screen sharing now, so let me present. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry. Okay. All right, perfect. So there we go. It says I'm screen sharing. Can you see
that
it?
looks a lot better. Thank you.
I know it's really basic, but it does help to have it written down.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So then the next one is allies. So this one is basically anybody in the business that's your ally, your partner. So with this in mind, that would be like lenders. So Nathan, I don't know if you've connected with any lenders yet. Have you done anything like that?
Yes. My dad actually is a mortgage broker, so
oh, cool.
He's my go-to guy. So
that's awesome.
I have a few friends and stuff that I like for the first home buyers. I have someone for that, and a couple of programs.
Good. Okay, good. So we get, I don't have my lead source. Erica, I don't want to mess up my screen. I don't know if you can pull up the escrow and closed.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
To look at the lead source, we do have a lead source from Lender Partners, I believe. I'm curious what our 2022 numbers are for that. But yes, so lender partner is a really great example of an ally that you can have in the business that will send you leads. So now our primary lender that has sent us leads was new in the business. So that's because he does not have his 10-year relationships already built that he they are automatically going to send it to those agents. It might work differently with your dad, Nathan. But a lot of times if you are like with a tried and true lender that takes you to coffee, then they're super awesome. You can send people to them and you know they're taken care of. But it's the new ones that really need to establish a relationship with an agent. And those new ones you're going to be their very first agent that they partnered with to start sending those leads to. So that's we've had luck with that.
So it's 4.3% is
okay.
where lender referrals have come from this year.
Awesome. And then I will say that we have 2 buyers that are not under contract, but they're actively looking. So that our referral lender, our lender referred them to us. So that number will go up once they're under contract and closed too. So that's a really great, thank you, Erica. So a great source. And some other allies would just be if you can connect with other businesses in the area. So, if you can connect with a contractor, really anyone that is involved at all that they'll think of you. Add them into your database where you send them like cards, notes, a little gift card, get together for coffee, like anything like that. So your allies will be important. Primary is what I think of as lender, but who's your dad?
My dad, Stan Ferguson. He works for the Prestige Mortgage now, I think it is. So yeah.
Okay, awesome.
But the downside is he's also a realtor too, so I'm not going to get any leads from him. But
okay.
I do have some. Actually, I have up here. I have another guy right here. It's one of my buddies, old boss that he took me out to eat. So
cool. Yeah.
So yeah.
Love it. Yeah. So so that's really good. But that's awesome about your dad, and that's cool that you have just like a family connection like that. So that's awesome. Let's see. Okay. So then, digital presence. So, social media, people are going to, they might meet you, you might give them your card, or you might add them on Facebook at the coffee shop or whatever, but they are going to stalk you online. If they ever feel like referring you to someone or using you, they're going to actually look and be like, what can I see that this person has done? Are they busy? Are they actually, what are they doing online? And even as a new agent, there's so much content you can be putting on there that really builds their trust in you. Do you feel, I haven't added you on Facebook yet, but I'm going to, but how do you feel like that part's going for you?
I'm just starting off. I think I'm want to start making like little videos of like home improvement, stuff like that. I've chosen, at least I'm trying to choose 3 different like passionate things I'm about, that I can kind of post on there that's not so much real estate related, but just get me in front of their face. So I'll probably start doing that probably this week, since I don't have my daughter this week. It'll be a little easier to do all that. So I don't have tons of it. Like I said, I just started, I think I signed up for HomeSmart just like a month and a half ago. So I'm still trying to work all the systems actually. So so no, I don't have tons, but I definitely have some ideas and stuff. So
that's awesome. And when you're part of a great brokerage like that, I have lots of friends from HomeSmart or used to be there, and they have nothing but good things to say. So you have a great team. I'm sure you have a great mentor. So kind of as a new agent, this is what I would do, as a new agent, but I knew I had my mentor. My mentor was awesome. So I'd say, to online, when you choose me, my friends and family, if they mention you just got licensed, or they know I just got licensed, I say listen, I will work hard for you. I am learning new things every day. I will show up. I will, put in 110%, but not only that, you're getting 2 for the price of 1. You're getting myself and my mentor. And here's all my mentor's credentials. You're getting us both. Like you are literally, you cannot go wrong. We are going to take excellent care of you. And if your mentor is helping you, you list out those credentials too. They're getting 2 of you for them. And so, that's just like amazing way for people to really feel confident, even if they do know you just got licensed. And, if you're meeting someone new, don't advertise that. You can if you want, you don't need to, because who cares? Like you're going to give them excellent service, and you just have to like know that, and you believe in that. And, if they mention that, just like, well, listen, my family's been in the industry. I am diving in head first. Every transaction is different. So whether I've been in the business 6 months or, 16 years, your transaction will be new and different for every agent. And the point, the main thing is that I'm going to give you 110%. I have a whole team backing me, and, blah, blah, blah. So, so like just mark yourself with confidence on there, and, and you're going to do like a great job, and they'll feel that from you, so, I have some agent, friends that are new, and I've had those moments too, where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like not experienced. Why would they choose me? And that's exactly why they won't, because they can feel that. So yeah. So just remember that digital presence, to be confident and be really present. And then that will be, and then just to kind of, I changed this to half an hour. So it could be just kind of like an action, like packed, like little bite-sized half hour, and we'll see how that goes. But the next one is give. So like, finding kind of a reason behind you doing what you're doing. So it doesn't even have to be like giving, I'm gonna let my dogs out. It doesn't have to be like giving money, necessarily, or at least right away, but really having like a mission behind what you're doing. So, and this isn't something that you have to implement at all. It's not something that you have to implement right away, but if people see, their agent kind of giving back to the community, or a certain, or like a certain, like kids, or, some sort of mission or reason. And if you share about it, like not to brag, but just to say like, listen, when you choose me, like, I contribute $25 out of every transaction towards this. And it's not a lot out of your pocket, but they can see that you're like giving to that mission, and people that care about that mission will want to use you and refer you. So just something, it's such a broad thing, but it's something that really, really works, because people want to be part of something bigger, and they want to give to people that are, giving to the world.
I actually has been attending, there's a couple of rallies and stuff that's been happening. It's about for human rights and stuff. So I just been horrible at recording and posting.
And you do, and it's hard because like, you're like, oh, I don't want to like act like I'm bragging or like whatever, but at the same time, you're making a difference like in the world, and
telling yourself
agent. And so don't be afraid to share that, or if you do end up giving, even if it's a little bit of money, like you don't have to share the amount, just like out of every transaction, I contribute towards this, this or that, and so, and maybe even that could even turn into like, you could be, if you're involved in that organization, you meet a whole new pool of clients there, so that's awesome.
Actually, I just did a run 5K for abused whatever. Anyways, it's an acronym, but anyways,
that's awesome. Exactly. Like if you share stuff like that, people will really connect with that, so that's awesome. And then anything, I don't know if I just add you as a friend, but some things I make public and some I make private. That way, if someone's not my friend, they can see the things I want them to see. If they're just like looking at my agent stuff, or looking at my name, but obviously stuff with my kids and stuff, I keep those for my friends only, but you can kind of play around with that. Like, but as much as you can safely have public, like, heck yeah, and then, well, expand, I already kind of touched on that. It's really expanding your sphere a little bit, every day if possible, but for sure, like consistently of some sort. Like obviously, part-time agent will have a different time block and a different schedule than a full-time, but everywhere you go, just to be intentional about expanding your network a little bit somehow. So, and really another thing that works well is let me find it. I don't know if I can even successfully show it on here, but I have a contact saved for myself, with my name, my photo, my professional photo, a message from me, my emails, all my socials, literally everything about me is plugged into this contact, and then I can just airdrop it to people. And then they can just save my contact. There's all sorts of, I mean, there's systems where you can do a QR code, and they can, you can have it as your background, and they scan it, and it's the same thing that you're added as a contact. But just like finding ways to always, like, stuff like that will be more effective than handing out a business card. But if you have any friends that are like business owners, like, put your materials in their businesses if they'll let you, but yeah, always expanding your network. And then the last one is niche. So finding like a niche that you can really target. So I don't know if you have one yet. Like, my husband is in the Army National Guard, so military is one of ours, and I went and got the military relocation professional designation from NAR. So I don't know if you've like thought of a niche yet, like whether it's parenting or one of the, charities or things that you're involved in, but something that's specific to you that you're really passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, that's one thing I've been kind of exploring this last few weeks, is exactly a passion of mine. So that's why I was saying, like me, I love local businesses. So I try to, especially when it comes to food, I'll go out and frequent those restaurants and post about them, which I'd like to. So, yeah. Or, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's mental health. There's so much stuff that I've been in support with. So
yeah, that's so awesome. And if you're posting like about restaurants and stuff, like, do you post like in other groups and pages?
That's something I actually met up with. Actually, I went to high school with them, but they're at Home Smart with me. Actually, I just had lunch with them last week.
Yeah.
Last Friday, I think it was. And that was one that they mentioned. I was like, I never thought of that. Post within those groups, and even like to take a picture of your business card. Like if someone has questions, like, hey, call me, take a picture of business card, send it off. So then everyone sees your business card, but you're not trying to say, hey, I'm a realtor. You're just trying to answer their questions. So
yeah. And something that I thought, because I post in those pages all the time, but it's not usually about real estate stuff, but I try to be like polite or funny or like do things. So you'll notice on my Facebook profile that I have added the word realtor in there.
Oh.
It's like actually I did it on the photo itself, but you might be able to make like a frame. But if you're finding yourself posting a lot, like in different, like about food and the restaurants and the things you love, and you're posting and you're not talking about real estate, if you can have something about real estate be visible on your profile photo, and they're consistently seeing you, you know what I mean? So something to think about. You don't have to do it, but just something to think about. And but yeah, so I mean, it's 12:30, so we just kind of like speed covered it, but I liked hearing about like some of the things you're doing. And this is recorded, so the people that go back and watch this later will get to hear that too. But thanks for sharing and what's working and what you're doing.
I mean, nothing's working yet because I just started, but I'll let you know.
Hey, you have right? One client. That's
family,
awesome. Yeah. That's where it starts. So yeah, that's awesome. Well, cool. Yeah. So hopefully this helps. And really, I mean, it is pretty basic, but if you can just like kind of every day, like the beginning of your day or whatever time works for you, just kind of run through the list and be like, oh, I haven't really done this bucket of leads in a while. And it'll just help you just be really consistent. And I think it will make a big difference. So.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Love it.
Well, thank you guys. I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.